What is up, gamers? The Red Dragon here, and we are going to be talking about going next gen and going digital. So I've got a couple of stories that I'm going to tie into one. The first one being that I've told you that you can upgrade a lot of games from the 360 and PS3 to the Xbox One and PS4. So they're going to let you buy the current gen version of a game and then upgrade for like $10 with a lot of these titles. But first, there is something to note. If you're going to do that, or if you're thinking about doing it, the multiplayer experience, so the things that you unlock or your ranking online, that will transfer over from the current gen to the next gen. But you probably don't want to play single player, because the single player campaigns, Ubisoft, EA, Activision, the major publishers have said that they don't have a way of transferring the save data. So that is something to keep in mind. The other thing is, there was an interview the other day where they were talking with a Sony executive, and he was asked about the PlayStation Network and download speeds, because the PlayStation Network, they said, struggled with the demand for downloading digital games on the PlayStation Network with the past gen or with the current gen. So they were asking, how that will switch over and work. They said PlayStation 4, the network, is a major investment that they have put money and time into. So they said they're hoping that it will perform a lot better, and that it will on multiple levels. They also happened to mention that Killzone is looking at 50 gigabytes if you download it digitally. And this tells us a couple of things. One, Killzone is going to be a massive game, and if you check out the trailers, it looks massive, so it looks really good. But the other thing is, if you have an ISP that throttles you down on your download speed, or they put a cap on you for downloading too much in the course of a month, then these people are probably going to want to stick with physical. Also, if you have a really slow download speed, now of course the PlayStation and the Xbox, they offer the ability to download in the background while you play, so you don't have to download that whole file size before you can play. But if you're downloading a 50 gigabyte file, depending on your internet speed, some people aren't going to have any trouble with that, but some people, if you have slower internet, they said if you have 2 megabits per second, you have 55 hours to look forward to for downloading a file of that size. If you have 10 megabits, you're still looking at 11 hours. And then if you're really out of luck and you have like 0.5 megabits, you are looking at 10 days of your internet being tied up while you're downloading that file in the background. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this digital age works out for hard drive space and internet connections, and especially how are these networks going to hold up with Microsoft Cloud, with the PlayStation 4 network. Now, I told you that the executive said that the PlayStation 4 network, it was a major area of investment. Let me read you a little bit more of what he said in this interview. He says, quote, "It's going to be for no lack of investment, for no lack of effort, and no lack of intention that things might fall a bit short. But we're definitely moving in the right direction." So it sounds like he's even leaving open the door, a possibility that there might be hiccups along the way, because there's no really way to test the structure and the limit until you get all these people online and see how well it holds up. But I'm sure they are definitely working on it. If you want to read more, links down in the description box, as well as links to my social networks. Also, stay tuned to VGN for the latest news and updates. And if you enjoyed this video, then comment below. Tell me what you think. How are the networks going to hold up? And how do you think the digital age is going to fare? That does it for me, The Red Dragon. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.